Today I am going to give you 4 carbs that you should eat after 60. I am a family physician. I'm a family physician with over 20 years of clinical experience. And today we're talking about 4 carbs that you should eat after 60. Let's go. One of the most popular videos that I did was carbs you should avoid after 60. If you haven't seen it, you really need to watch it because I cover some really important carbs in there that you want to avoid. But that video brought out a lot of questions like, well, if those carbs are bad for us, then what carbs should we eat? So this video is a direct response to that. I'm going to give you 4 carbs that you should eat after 60. But before I do that, please hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps my channel and therefore helps me to get my health information out to more people like you. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you how you can get the entire food plan that goes along with this video, which is the 60 after 60 food plan. It's going to make this information so much easier to implement into your daily life. So let's talk about these 4 carbs. No one is oats. Now, when we talk about oats, we're talking about oatmeal. Oatmeal that comes from steel-cut oats or sometimes old-fashioned rolled oats. These are good, complex carbohydrates. They've got fiber in them. They've got some protein in them. They digest slowly, turn into sugar slowly, and they will not cause big blood sugar spikes. Oatmeal is one of my favorite breakfast foods. It is very filling, very satisfying. I like it better than eggs. I think it keeps me fuller longer. I don't have to have it with sugar or anything like that to make it taste good. I'll tell you how I usually prepare it. I put maybe a half cup of oats in my food processor, plus 3 cups of water, and I blend it up. Then I pour that into my microwave-safe bowl and I cook it on high for about 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Then I add a little bit of cinnamon and some nutmeg, maybe a splash of vanilla, and I stir it all up and it is delicious. It's very filling and it keeps me full for many hours. Now, I do this probably 4 or 5 days a week. It is one of my favorite ways to start off the day. I also like to add a scoop of berries to it, and that adds even more fiber and more antioxidants. So no one carb that you should eat after 60 is oats. Number 2 is sweet potatoes. Now, when we talk about sweet potatoes, we're not talking about the way that most people prepare them. We're not talking about the way they resold in the grocery store where they pre-packaged and pre-cooked, and sometimes they're canned. We're talking about baking a whole sweet potato in its skin. This is a wonderful, dense carbohydrate that digests slowly, doesn't turn into sugar quickly. It's a great source of potassium. It has a lot of fiber in it, and it's very, very filling. And in fact, if you were to compare a baked sweet potato to a baked regular potato, the sweet potato will fill you up for many more hours than the regular potato. So sweet potatoes are a wonderful thing to eat. And again, I like to bake mine in the skin in the oven. And I usually do that about 3 or 4 times a week. No, 3 is lentils. Now, lentils are legumes. They're kind of in the same family as beans, and they are just loaded with nutrients. They're rich in fiber. They're rich in protein. They digest very slowly, convert very slowly to sugar, and they are just an excellent addition to your diet. In fact, I recommend having lentils 3 to 4 times a week. One of my favorite ways to prepare lentils is to just boil them for about 20 minutes until they re-tender and then throw them in the salad. And that gives a lot of additional fiber and protein to your salad, and it makes it much more filling. And remember, salad doesn't have to be just lettuce. Salad can be cucumbers. Salad can be peppers. Salad can be onions. Salad can be broccoli. Salad can be cauliflower. Salad can be mushrooms. Salad can be any vegetable that you want. And adding a scoop of lentils to your salad makes it much more filling. In fact, it's probably going to keep you from having dessert or having a snack later on. It will keep you full for many, many hours. And it's just such a nutrient-dense, low-calorie food. It's hard to beat lentils. And number 4 is pumpkin. Now, pumpkin is a winter squash, and it is just a powerhouse of nutrition. It is loaded with vitamin A, it's loaded with vitamin C, it's loaded with vitamin E, it has a ton of potassium, and it is very, very filling for the amount of calories that it provides. One of my favorite ways to eat pumpkin is just to roast it in the oven. I cut it up into cubes, throw it on a baking sheet, and roast it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit until it's soft. Usually takes about 30 to 45 minutes. I'll admit it as kind of time-consuming, but you could probably do it while you're remaking other things, or you could do it while you're redoing dishes, or you could do it while you're rewatching TV. It's not a big deal. I like to mix pumpkin in with sweet potatoes in my salads. I love the flavor of pumpkin. It's very similar to a carrot, but it's kind of unique and special, and it's just loaded with nutrition. Pumpkin is something that you should definitely be eating 3 to 4 times a week. Now, I promised you that I would tell you how you could get the entire 60 after 60 food plan. That's the plan that goes along with this video and the video on carbs that you should avoid after 60. If you go to the website below, you can download the entire plan for free. There's no strings attached. The only cost to you is the shipping and handling. And I promise you this, if you work this plan for 60 days, if you follow it exactly, you're going to feel better, you're going to look better, and you're going to have more energy. That's guaranteed. If you have already done the 60 after 60 food plan, please leave a comment down below and tell everybody how it worked for you. Tell them what kind of results you got. Tell them how much weight you lost. Tell them how much more energy you had. That's going to encourage other people to try the plan. Now, since we're talking about food and carbs and losing weight and having energy, there's a couple of other videos that I think you're going to enjoy. One is called 17 Foods That Boost Your Energy After 60. Another one is called 13 Tips to Supercharge Your Weight Loss After 60. And another one is called 10 Simple Changes That Will Give You Unlimited Energy After 60. Those videos are right here. Please check them out. I hope you're having a wonderful day. God bless you and thanks for letting me be your doctor.